Hey, welcome everybody to ShakmGaming and Raji, an ancient epic. We're gonna play through the entire demo to give you guys a taste. This is a very interesting little action adventure game set in ancient India. A young girl named Raji has been chosen by the gods to stand against the demonic invasion. She must use the powers granted to her by the gods to rescue her brother as she battles to face the demon Mahabalasura.
This is the heart of our story. Golu and Raji, brother and sister. And this was their whole world. This one small carnival. The other performers were their friends, their only family. This was home. On that day before their performance, Raji took her brother aside. "Did you forget, little brother?" she asked him. And she tied a rakhi to his hand, for it was the feast of Raksha Bandhan. Although it was a feast day, they still had coins to earn. So Raji walked on tight ropes and tumbled for the crowd. While Golu told his puppet tales of ancient times when demons walked the lands. A long, long time ago, a demon did penance. For showing such devotion, Brahma blessed him with immortality and a mighty weapon of all. Upon receiving, he united the demons to wage a war. Bhumi Devi urged him to stop. He killed her, ruthlessly without thought. This angered Shiva greatly, and he stomped, dividing the continents. And the demons were forever lost. But as he spoke, the skies darkened, and the earth shook. And other figures dressed as demons strode through the crowd. These were not masks. This was not a child's tale. As the demons turned to slaughter, Raji tried to reach her brother. He'd been hurt, and he was scared, and she knew she must protect him. But in that moment, Raji failed, for the Garasura demons took Golu from her. Raji, awake, my child.
And so it starts. I loved that introduction.
Golu! No! I'm so sorry, Bhai.
I loved it mostly because it keeps, well, apart from all the Indian tradition, it also keeps one tradition that happens to be the same with my country. That kind of theater. You didn't notice that from the actors' hands there were some strings attached to them coming from below the hands. That's what we call in my country, in Greece, the shadow theater. That's a lost art, but that was very popular back in the day, a very, very nice tradition. And I guess India is the same in that respect. And I love it when games try to marry tradition with contemporary means of art, like video games. So right now we've lost our brother. Obviously in search of him.
What is this place?
And it seems we have to enter, literally, the belly of the beast. Like all the paintings below, right below us. Oh man. I love traditional games.
She is so young.
A child. Remember Shiva's words.
It is so much weight to put on the shoulders of a mortal. Is this one strong enough?
Time will tell.
And so something is about to happen. Standing in the center of 4 bulls. I wonder what bulls signify. Because animals, I think India has a strong connection with animals.
I need you now.
Like, I think cows are sacred. So maybe bulls are too.
Her brother and the other children had been seized by the Gadasura. I told her that she must be strong. Her journey would be difficult and full of unknowns. I blessed her with the Trishul, my most powerful weapon that Shiva had given to me. This, with Raji's own serenity and strength, would save her brother.
Oh, and it seems we are about to get ourselves a very powerful weapon. A bit too large for her. Oh, now you're talking. And it's gone. Well, we're definitely getting that back. But first, it seems we have to follow the path of fires. Now the game's gonna teach us how to move. You can jump, obviously.
Has no serenity. Her heart rules her head.
She walks boldly into a dark cave. She leaps chasms. She stands fearless before a goddess.
We can stop and pray at some altars.
Har Har Mahadev!
Doesn't seem to have any gameplay element attached to it.
There is fire in her. Yes, it must be tempered. But without that fire, she would have already given up.
And we can climb.
Many mortals would not be brave enough to climb.
Our Raji has no fear of heights. Watch.
Well, she does this professionally, so she shouldn't. A lot of climbing, so this seems to be kind of a Lara Croft-esque platformer going on here, which I don't mind. It's fine for indie games. Some of the best platformers are indie games, so I don't mind more indie games taking that approach actually.
There, see? She is learning to think and to use the skills of her childhood.
It is one thing to climb a pole, and quite another to face a demon.
To save her brother, Raji must face the demons. She held the Trishul, and it was a gift of great power. It was blessed by Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and would help her stand against her terrible foe. But it was also a great responsibility. To wield it, she would need strength, courage, and belief.
And so we get our weapon. There's all kinds of nice things we can do with this. This is the light attack. You can press it 3 times, and it does a series of attacks. Same goes for the Y button. You can do the heavy attacks. So 1, 2, 3. Very nice. And the same goes for dodging. You can press A to dodge, like 1, 2, 3. Very nice animations.
Have any of you seen my brother? The other part. Go, now! Before they come back.
So we need to get to the other card. Through here, obviously.
Where are you taking him?
Poor child.
She will find a way.
She will find a way, but it's not this way. So let's find another one. Oh man, she moves so agile. I love the movement. Like, I want to traverse the entire game just by doing jump and flips. What is down here? The game obviously wants us to go up there, but let's see what's down here first. Oh, what is that?
Why are you doing this? Golu! Golu!
A tragic tale of lost family. Always gets us going. So now, let's go back to the place we actually need to go. Which is this sort of temple area. Everything kind of looks like a temple to me.
Hear your pulse, the beating of a war drum. Feel your heart quicken. The strength flow through you.
And now,
Be the warrior.
we get taught those 3 attacks that I showed you earlier. And also heavy attacks. And dodging. And now for Rio. You can see that thing below the enemies and myself.
She has the demon reeling. Now she will bring an end to him.
That thing below me is obviously my energy bar.
This door is weaker than the other. And the Trishul is a most versatile weapon.
So LT and X, you can aim. That's not only for hitting these things, you can also hit enemies with that. So you do have a ranged attack in this game. And I can tell you for now, this is a very useful attack. Because some enemies are Very difficult. Now what the game does, this is not a special combo, but it suggests that you roll right before you attack. And this probably helps you avoid attacks by the enemies. So it is actually good advice. So I'm gonna dodge between enemies now. Oh jeez. Oh, maybe I should just use my regular tactics now. Or I could stand back and try and hit them like that. That makes them very angry, as you can see. They come charging towards you. So that guy is gonna get angry now. So I found that actually starting fights with a melee, with a ranged attack, is a very good tactic.
You see, my daughter? They are not as strong as you. But beware. Not all foes will be foolish enough to let you so choose.
You can see, even though he's outside the screen, I can still hit him. There is an auto-aim when you use the ranged attack, by the way, so that's very helpful. Wall jumping is also a thing.
Watch this. She's a circus performer, Raji. See what she can do.
Yellow, as in many games, denotes that you can climb something, so whenever you encounter yellow ledges, that's a giveaway. And like a regular fireman, you can slide down poles by pressing B as well. This game has some very nice moves. Also, whenever you see poles or walls, you can always do things off of them. Like, for example, this attack. It's the first thing that the game teaches us. Let me see, can I do the other attacks? Yes. You can also jump off walls and do all kinds of attacks. So for now, let's actually try and devastate these enemies with that one attack we just learned. You see, it doesn't even give them room to breathe sometimes, which is very nice. Alright, now, let me show you one of the other attacks. That's the light running attack, jump running attack. The heavy jump running attack is this. Also very nice. But you have to kind of be running up on the opposite direction in order to pull this off. And let me see if I can do this in the wall. Now I cannot do this on this wall. But later on, when we get some walls that are more straight than this one, you'll see we get even more kinds of attacks. This thing ahead, this refills our energy, our health.
There. Amrit Bund. The golden nectar. The fruits of a demon kill. Its power will heal your wounds.
And you can see once again the health bar, those rose petals beneath Raji have filled up, signifying we are once again of full energy.
Mandala shows each person their past.
There is always a purpose to such visions.
Simple puzzles like this, you can press A to learn the controls, and if you look on the lower right side of the screen, you can select the circle and simply move it and rotate it. Always start from something that you know you have a clue of. Always start from the outside circle. And when you align it correctly, the game is gonna give you an information. It is gonna glow like this, showing you you've done this correctly.
It is myself and Kolu.
Nice little simple puzzles like this, and there's more to come. Not of the same variety always, there is some variety in puzzles. All simple, but I guess it's more the kind of relaxing kind of puzzle. Oh, and here come the wall attacks that I told you about. So light attack. You can show the game in which direction you want to jump. So you run, let's jump towards the right, for example. I didn't do this correctly. See, especially the heavy attack. It's very powerful. You can press B even when you're kind of far away from the opponent. And it will jump into an animation of you giving him the final blow. And you can hit enemies mid-air as well, so if he jumps, let him jump. I'm gonna let him revive himself and jump. Or is he incapable? Yeah, I think he's done. No. So I'm gonna let him jump just to show you. He doesn't seem to want to jump. Yeah, let's just kill him. But rest assured, if he jumps, you can still kill him. Still hit him mid-air. Once again, wall attacks can be performed from poles as well. You do not have to have a wall. So you can do the spin attack and the wall attacks from a pole. And even from this place. It doesn't even have to be a wall. So let's actually have some fun with these attacks. Although we are quite far away from these guys. You see, there is a slight area of effect, but there's not much, especially if you do the light attack. The heavy attack does have some area of effect though. And when you do the killing blow animation, you're kind of invulnerable. So there's that to keep in mind as well. Oh, and this is going to be...
Your sister's shrines are fed by violence. Raji can make use of that if she's careful.
Yes, we gain a special attack now. But we can only use that once, so we have to use this wisely. Best use when we're surrounded by enemies. So let's get right into the middle of them. And unleash it. Let's make this guy angry. So range attacks, a very nice way to start battles. Because these enemies are all very slow, or they do charge you in a straight line. So it is an easy way of either angering them Oh, I cannot do. I wanted to do a wall run attack. Alright, let's anger somebody. So you saw what I was quite far away from him, and still the animation worked. Alright, now we get into the boss fight. Oh jeez, I have to be careful with this guy though. Let's use mostly ranged attacks on him. Make him a bit angry. Oh man, I have to be careful of his charging attack though. Like when he charges, it's just best to avoid it. Do not try to attack him first. Oh Jesus. Oh man. He's done. Nice. So this is kind of a boss battle. I don't know if this is an actual boss or a mini boss. In any case, we can recharge our energy and probably our special skill as well.
You must admit, she shows promise.
She will need battle skills. That is so true, and they will be sorely tested. But that is not what I meant when I asked if she was strong.
And now...
Look here, Durga. They have captured your own story.
In these places you get a little bit of background story about the game. And maybe, I'm not very familiar with Indian culture, but maybe this is actually truth? I don't know, well, we'll have to research that. But it is interesting nonetheless.
Mahishasura, the shape-shifter, the buffalo demon. Evil incarnate. Yet, without him, you would not have come to be. This is the moment when he was granted the boon by Brahma. No man could kill him.
Right, so evil and good coexisting in a very balanced way, I guess. Which is part of a lot of traditions, not only Indian. I guess the yin and yang is another one of those.
And here, Mahishasura seized the heavens, unkillable, defeating and driving out all the devas, and even Indra himself.
Alright, moving on to the next piece of story. Now, you can see this is pretty high up, but you can double jump on walls, on the first wall. So this game does use a lot of very well-known mechanics, like double jumping and things like that. It's actually very easy to pick up and play, because you kind of expect the controls. I didn't find anything weird.
Your birth, Durga. The Devas knew it was their only chance to create a being capable of destroying their foe. All their power focused into one body, gifted with all their weapons. I wonder what your first thoughts were. You forced him back. I remember it well. You on a lion's back, leading the battle line. The Devas flocking behind you, inspired with new courage. Mahishasura at bay, forced to take his true form. The monstrous buffalo, stamping and blowing, crushing warriors with his hooves and throwing them into the air with his great horns. The killing blow struck with the trishul in your hand. There was no fear on your face, although Mahishasura had shaken the heavens themselves. The battle light in your eyes, determination on your brow. I knew then what the Devas had made, and I knew then what change you would bring to our world. From evil comes great good. Such is the balance of the world.
Very interesting little backstories there. I would like to know what the history of those multiple hands is. And it's probably something rooted in Indian culture, because I've seen a lot of paintings like that. A lot of cultural references. Now what I just did is wall jump, but at the end of it, you have to press jump elsewhere, else you're gonna fall down, because this is a very long wall run. And you're gonna have to do not that. You're gonna have to do a jump by the end of it. So once again, run and at the end, jump. Pretty simple mechanics. Pretty well known from other games.
I can feel the foulness of this place.
You are surprised? Mahabalasura's demons have warped one of the holy trees of Bhumi Devi. This is why Shiva imprisoned him, to stop such corruption.
What is corruption? All things change.
Nice. So, when we do get another fight, actually this guy probably, quite tough. I think it's best if I approach him actually. Or if I can get him close to one of these things and do that. And down he goes. So that was another mini boss, I guess. And speaking of mini things, here comes another mini game. Same as the previous one. You have to find the right position. And then the game will let you know that you found it. And that should be the final piece.
The tree showed Raji a vision of Golu, of dark clouds and a gathering storm, threatening destruction on the world. And behind it all, a being of great power and malice.
The route is open to the fortress of Jaidar. She is indeed strong, Durga.
She is. I hope she is strong enough to bear what she finds inside.
And what will she find inside? There's not a lot of exploration in this game, so if you try to go off the beaten path, like over here for example, the game will clearly not allow you. The camera tells you. It's like it tells you don't go there. See, you cannot jump anywhere. It does pan a little around so you get a nice view, but still it surely guides you into a very linear path. And so to answer the question about what you will find on the other side, well, you will have to find by purchasing the entire game, I guess. This was the demo of Raji, an action-adventure game set in ancient India. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Be sure to leave a like or a subscription if you've enjoyed this. Take care. See you in the next one.